Welcome back to Straight Talk with Billy Kay. I'm Billy Keyserling, the man who's fortunate enough to be the mayor of Beaufort, the best hometown in the world. Part of my mission is to make sure that the public knows a lot about what's going on in city government and around town. And accordingly, I do regular newsletters, I have a website, and we do Straight Talk with Billy Kay, this television show. So welcome. This is the holiday season, and it's a time where we are having fun, hopefully creating joy, being thankful, being with our families and our friends. It also is a time where we are in many ways let down our guard and are not as careful or as cautious about protecting ourselves and our belongings. So today we're fortunate to have Chief Matt Clancy of the Beaufort Police Department, who's going to share with us some helpful hints for the holidays, as we call them. The chief and his staff actually visit each of the neighborhoods during their neighborhood associations meetings, generally once a month. Plus they meet with something called the Neighborhood Improvement Committee, which is the leadership from all the neighborhoods, and he talks to them particularly during the holiday season. But this is a way just to reach out, Chief, and to talk to more people, which we're grateful that you'd be willing to come on and do it. So why don't we get on with it?
Sounds good. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Like you said, there's a lot of things going on at the holiday time, and people have a tendency to get caught up in the moment and maybe forget about some things. So one of the big things that we see at this time of year is people leaving valuables in their cars while they're shopping. They might come from one store and put their belongings in the car and go to another store. And there's people out there that are looking for things in vehicles so they can break in and take them while they're unattended. So we encourage everybody, if you're doing that, to put your valuables in your trunk and lock the trunk. Don't leave anything out where it might be seen. And of course, by all means, always lock your doors. And these are things that we like to see people do all the time as crime prevention, but at the holiday time, it seems to pick up. The bad guys know that people are out there shopping and that they have valuable things in their cars, and they're looking for opportunities to break in and steal your stuff. So we actually had just had a couple last week where cars were parked in parking lots and somebody came up and broke the window and took purses that were in the back seats. We've made an arrest in connection with one of those, and we think he's connected to some other ones, but you can never be too careful.
Right, so the message there is, I won't leave my purse in my car, and I hope you don't either. And I'll also lock it, right?
Purses, cell phones, even overnight, we see a lot of the GPS systems taken, things like that. Anything that people can take and think that they can sell, they'll take.
Is this a time where they do it because they think people are more vulnerable, or is this a time because they do it because they have their own needs, or do you know?
Well, I think it's more because the opportunity is there. There's a lot more people shopping. They know people are in a rush and forget about things. And there's more likely to be more valuable things in the car at this time when people are out doing their Christmas shopping and so forth. Another thing that we like to remind people about at this time is when you go on vacation, to make sure that your house is secure. Make sure if you have newspaper deliveries that either you have a neighbor pick up your paper or arrange with the newspaper to stop delivery so that people can't see that you're not there and give them an opportunity to break in. Make sure your neighbors know that you're not going to be there. Obviously, trustworthy neighbors, but do things like have your lights on a timer, have somebody that can come by and check on your house. And we also, for people in the city, and I know the other agencies in this area do it as well, is if you're going to go on vacation, you can contact us and let us know, and the officer that patrols that neighborhood will check on your house while you're away, and we can hopefully keep your house from getting broken into while you're away.
Probably even let a neighbor or a neighbor's child park a car in the driveway wouldn't hurt.
That helps, and by all means, if you're going to do something like that, we have a sheet that we fill out when somebody is doing that. We call it a home check sheet. And if there is somebody, for example, if somebody's going to come by and water your plants, let us know what kind of car that is so that an officer doesn't get there and say, hey, there's a strange car here, and look at it as there might be a problem. But if you, oftentimes we'll have people, they'll call us and they'll say, you know, my neighbor or someone else is coming by to water the plants. They drive a red Toyota with a South Carolina license plate. So the officer knows if he goes there, that car belongs there. And that
One of the
helps,
benefits of a small town where you can get that kind of personal service.
Exactly. And that's the other thing too, when, you know, people know at this time of year there's a lot of people that are going to be out of town. And some of our burglary group that we had in the past couple months, that was their first thing that they did was go around and try to find some place where nobody was going to be there so they could get in, do their work, so to speak, uninterrupted. And then hopefully for them, it would be a couple days before the homeowner comes home and finds that they've been broken into, which the trail goes colder as far as solving it.
Right. Get your neighbor to take the mail too, I guess, wouldn't hurt.
Exactly. And plus, mail can get stolen too. If it's piling up in your mailbox, people will take your mail, and things that you may even think are worthless can lead to identity theft problems and things like that these days.
What about after Christmas?
After Christmas, we always tell people don't advertise what is in your house. For example, if you get a big screen TV for Christmas and then you put the box out in front of your house, you're telling all the criminals that are out there patrolling, hey, this is what's inside. We've got a new TV, we've got a new Xbox. It's not really the attention that you want to get.
It's sort of an invitation.
Exactly. It's you know, it's their shopping list. You know, hey, here's a TV here and a Xbox or whatever is there. We always encourage people to take those kind of things right to the dump or to the recycling center, and so nobody can screen what you have. I know we had a situation a couple years ago where somebody had gotten a shotgun, and they put the box out there in the recycle bin, which, you know, it's great, you want to do your part to recycle, but you may not want everybody to know you've got a brand new shotgun in the house.
Sure. Chief, how many of these crimes do you think could be prevented if people were a little more cautious?
Well, a lot of crime, I couldn't really give you a percentage, but for example, last year we had a big problem with people leaving their cars unlocked and getting broken into, and we kept hammering that every neighborhood meeting we went to, and everyone we got a chance to speak to. We probably sounded like a broken record, but this year the vehicles that have been broken into unlocked has gone down substantially. So, you know, you want to be, you don't want to make it easy for the criminals. They're always going to be criminals, and they're always looking for an opportunity. So make their work harder, or make it make yourself not the target.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that, and this is a compliment to our police force, is that we as council members and I as mayor get reports on what's happening. And I guess 3 to 1, 4 to 1 of the investigations, or what they call calls, are actually initiated by the officers on the street rather than someone calling in, which means that they must have a much stronger presence on the street than they have in the past, which I'm sure itself prevents.
Well, we try to, our patrolmen try to stay proactive. They keep moving. They're out looking for things and not sitting there waiting for a call to come in. You know, we want to get the message out that Beaufort is a good place for the people that live here and the people that come to visit. But if you're coming here to commit a crime, you're not welcome, and we're going to do everything that we can to put you in jail where you belong.
Sure. We've just got another minute. Why don't you share with the public how they get in touch with someone if they see something suspicious, because a lot of citizens don't realize that they're your undeputized deputies.
Sure.
If they see something, they can.
Right. We always rely on the community as our eyes and ears. Obviously, if there's an emergency situation, call 911, but there's also a 24-hour number that goes to the dispatch center, and that's 524-2777. And that gets the main dispatch office that even if you don't know what you want, they can send you to the right person. And that's for any law enforcement agency in Beaufort County, and also animal control or any other complaint you have. That's a great number to call, 524-2777. And if you need to speak with administration at the police department, the number is 322-7900. That goes to our main office downstairs, and they can direct you to whoever you're looking for.
Thank you, Matt Clancy, Chief of the Beaufort Police Department. We'll be back in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about having fun downtown, some of the things that people are distracted in when they let their guard down. We'll be right back.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.